This copyrighted broadcast of the Pilipinas Super League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the PSL.
Bakbakan ng mga koponan na nasa itaas ang bubungad sa atin ngayong Biyernes mula sa ALONTE Sports Arena dito sa Binyan sa pagpapatuloy ng ating Pilipinas Super League President's Cup. Of course, Jeff Manday susubukang makabawi from their first loss in this season. Kalaban naman itong Jensen Warriors and Cal Tolentino, who would also want to bring the Jensen Warriors into the promised land. Of course, the Supremos 8-1, and then itong Jensen din with a similar record, isa lamang sa kanila ang makakasiguro in that first semi-final slot. Just 2 games today, pero mabigat ang implication as the Jensen Warriors will go up against the Caloocan Supremos. Yan ang ating game at hand, and later on, ang mga hari ng San Juan, susubukan naman itong tahanan ng Binyan Tatak Gel. Isang magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Jaime Mendihar, kasama muli, Chicky Reyes. Chicky, magandang hapon sa iyo.
Magandang hapon sa iyo, Jaime. Alam mo, allow me to call this a crazy Friday na pwedeng tumawid hanggang crazy Tuesday next week. Dahil napakaganda ng intro mo, we still don't know. At least sa first game, alam natin may isang makakuha ng upuan. Pero mamaya, malalaman pa natin hanggang Tuesday, sino yung dalawa mag-a-advance all the way to the semis.
And let's make it a bit more visual sa ating mga viewers, Chicky. Of course, our team standings will tell you the story of the 2 games natin ngayong araw.
Inilatag mo ng mahusay. Very exciting first game. Yung dalawang nasa ibabaw, may dilaw na kulay. Ang isa dyan, pag nanalo, pasok na. Yung isa, magkakaroon ng 8-2 kartada. Ang kwento po, hanggang Tuesday, maaaring 3 team ang magkaroon ng 8-2 na kartada. At pag nangyari po yan, papasok tayo either to a win over the other or the quotient system to determine sino ang huling kukuha ng huling upuan ng bus papuntang semifinals.
I like how you said that, no? Yung bus na gustong masakyan ng parehong koponan na ito. The Supremos undefeated in their first 8 games dito sa ating elimination round. Nakaisa yung Pangasinan in their previous ballgame.
Ito muna, titira natin itong Supremos and Reapers. Unfortunately for Caloocan, nasilat sila dito. No? Talo sila 2 puntos. Pero kung titignan mo, in spite of them not doing well in the other departments like bench points, points in the paint, even in fast break points, they only lost by 2 points. Ibig sabihin, matibay itong koponan na ito at I am excited to see what adjustments they will make to bounce back from that, because this adjustment will determine if they will get the first seat or not.
And speaking of adjustment, maybe not a lot from the previous game naman, talking about the Jensen Warriors. Itong mga mandirigmang ito, Chicky, winning against the Aguilas. Hindi sila nagpadagit.
The boat is tilting on one side, towards the left side, 104.95. Pero ang mabigat dito, no, apart from all those stats in the rebounds, assist points, in the paints, and fast breaks, Rodriguez and Janicio, dalawang hot hand, combining for 44 out of the 104 points of the Warriors. And when you see Larry Rodriguez performing like the old Elro, delikado rin ang kabilang koponan.
Kaya talaga magkakasubukan itong parehong koponan na nga ito ngayong tanghali. As of course, the 2 players that we featured during our introduction, Jeff Manday, very much familiar sa iyo, Chicky. And dito naman sa kabila, Kyle Tolentino is our daily fantasy marquee matchup for this afternoon.
I will say versatile itong si Kyle, the young legs underneath ang nagpo-propel sa kanya. But even if mas magandang numero ni Kyle and Jeff is giving up a few inches in height, I would say yung marksmanship ni Manday from 3-point area, that's his edge, and probably that will help Caloocan in their run for that semis. Having said that, si Kyle, for as long as he plays completely, yung kanyang all-around game, maganda ang chances ng Jensen.
And let's take a chance with Sam Santos na may balita para sa atin, Chicky. Let's head over to our Sam Santos for a report.
Hi there, Chicky and Jaime. What a way to kick off the weekend. We are about to witness one of the most highly anticipated matchups of the season, Warriors versus Supremos. These two have been neck to neck since day one. And for the Jensen Warriors, despite their winning streak, complacency is not an option. They've been working on better communication and stronger defense, which they will need in the absence of Pacquiao in this crucial game. Coming from a recent painful first loss, the Caloocan Supremos are back to remind everyone who truly reigns supreme in this tournament. Now is not the time for repeated mistakes, especially without the services of Kalahat and Espinas. Mga ka-PSL, one win, just one, can solidify a team's place at the top. Caloocan versus Jensen when we return. This is Pilipinas Super League. Dito, Pinoy ang bida.
Basketball action continues here at ALONTE Sports Arena, City of Life, Binyang City, Province of Laguna. It's the first matchup of our PSL Fridays doubleheader featuring Jensen Warriors and Caloocan Supremos. This is the Pilipinas Super League 2025 President's Cup in cooperation with Bolot Sports, presented by Daily Fantasy. Now let us meet the starters from your super teams. Beginning with the Jensen Warriors. Starting guard number 0, Joel Liu. Other guard number 19, Aaron Heruta. And forward number 17, Gama Evangelista. Under forward number 21, Val Acuna. And man in the middle, number 5, Larry Rodriguez. Head coach is Boying Diloy. Assisted by Jesus Noy Pido, Emmanuel Tolentino, Ray Javier, Ryan Castro. Team manager, Berman Flores. Team consultant, Honorable Counselor Elvis Tolentino. And team owner, Michael Pacquiao. Now let us meet the starters from Caloocan Supremos. Starting guard number 29, Joko Tayungtong. 2 guard number 7, Jeremer Cabanag. Small forward number 11, Paul Sanga. Power forward number 26, Rael Cervantes. And at center number 5, Ronnie Matias. Head coach is Gabby Espinas. His assistants are Toto Dohilio, Peter Santamaria, Mark Manalang. Team managers, Mac Robert Ditiandu, Jeremy Teen. Team owners, Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan and Dennis Flores. Our game referees for this ball game, Crew Chief Jaime Jimenez, Umpire 1 Rowen Inductivo, Umpire 2 Alan Maronilia. This game is under
Kicking off our first game of a doubleheader on this Friday, Jensen Warriors. Magsisimula na itong ating laro with Liu, Heruta, Rodriguez, Evangelista, and Acuna. Para naman Supremos, we have Tayong Tong, Cabanag, Matias, Cervantes, and Sanga to round out their 5. Wala pa rin natin sa ALONTE Sports Arena, the home of Binyan Tatakgel, na makikita natin later on, a seat, a ticket, an upuan sa bus ang nakataya dito, Chicky. Winner will advance to our semis. So you know that both these teams would be really eyeing to achieve that.
That's right. Alam mo yung bus na yan, at least for this stretch, after the elimination round, dalawa lang muna pwedeng punan. Tapos may dalawang bakante pa dahil magbabakbakan muna yung 3 versus 10. Diba? 4 versus 9. 5 versus 8 and then 6 versus 7. So very interesting.
course, both these teams, a good mix of veterans and young players as Tayong Tong opens up the scoring festivities in this game. So yung pahinga na yan, no? That since you will be able to advance to the semifinal slot and makita mo bang magbakbakan yung mga teams between 3 to 10, malaking bagay for those players that would need those type of rest.
And what did I mention to you, Jaime, at the start of our coverage, the moment you see Elro very active, aggressive, looking for his shots, that's a sign of true marksmanship. Alam mo yung veterano na he knows what's at stake.
Tied at too early. Ikot nila. Ball gets to Acuna. Outside snipe. Won't fall. Tayong Tong now. Hand off to Cabanag. It's a lot of time to work with. It's a pick from Matias. Joko. Outside, Real for 3. Short. Tapik, mapupunta kay Joel Liu. Almost a steal from Sanga. Liu gets it back. Rodriguez from outside and gets an early 5 points.
Now, the past 4 plays that we've been seeing, Jaime, not really set up plays for both teams. Parehong kupunan ang gusto nila, freewheeling muna. They're trying to figure out sino bang pwede natin puntahan agad na mainit. Because coaches would always say that while plays are there, kung meron ka libre and he's a designated go-to guy, get him the ball. And if you're open, you have to shoot that.
As we see Real Cervantes completing that 3-point play. Sabi mo, mahanap ang libre. Cabanag able to find Real and no choice na si Heruta but to give up that foul. Bonus free throw coming the way of Real Cervantes. Of course, Gabby Espinas, as reported earlier by Sam, not available para sa Supremos in this very important matchup. So, doble kayo dito for sure yung front line ng Supremos. Tied at 5 apiece. Over 2 minutes gone by here in our first period. Rodriguez once more. Gets another one. Personal 8-0 run ang ibibitawan dito ni Elro.
I like it when they make us look good, di ba? Dahil we call that top of the coverage. Coming from a brilliant performance ng huling game nila noong February 1, Rodriguez is just shooting it at will, di ba? Rhythm 3 yung ibinabato niya.
And the veterans making a statement early in this matchup, Matias, Cervantes, and of course Rodriguez nga. 2 3-pointers. And a long jumper at that. As Joko Tayong Tong will be called for a personal.
Now I'm wondering if anong adjustments gagawin ng Caloocan. I see now that Matias will be covering itong si Larry Rodriguez. Because earlier on when he made that first shot, it was an open shot. Yung kanyang huling field goal, it was a smaller Cabanag who was on top of him.
Heruta will direct traffic for the Warriors. Evangelista, a bit too deep. Kicks it out. Heruta, spin move. Blocked by Cabanag. As Heruta gives up the foul.
So that last sequence, not much movement, Jaime, no? Coming dito sa Warriors. I think they fell in love with looking for Larry Rodriguez, but that time around, Matias made sure that he will not have easy access to the ball.
Bumitaw ba naman ng 8 sunod?
No.
Shaking. Kailangan talagang...
Diba?
Luther block, Cervantes. Outside, Cabanag. Shadowed by Liu. Give and go, Cabanag. Able to score.
And Liu, he knew it when he overplayed. Lalo na pag nasa 3-point area, you step out of the line, almost always the offensive guy will go backdoor.
Supremos now with a 1-point advantage. Liu pulling up and will get the roll.
It's so nice to have a brave, fiery, scoring point guard who can mix it up in the middle like Joel.
Mixing it up is Tayong Tong but falling short. But ball will stay with the Supremos.
Kung napapansin mo dito, kapatid, very deliberate ang approach ng both teams. So, if you look at how they're taking care of that basketball. Kung ganito yung dictation ng tempo natin, turnovers will be less. Kasi very deliberate yung approach eh. Oh.
Liu, kick out Acuna for 3. That's off.
I like how Sanga covered that. Hindi masyadong long enough for him lang to put up his arm and make sure that Val will not have that easy access to the rim via the three-point shot.
The 3-point shots ay nahanap dito early ng Jensen Warriors. Of course, Larry Rodriguez had a couple of snipes earlier. As we head over to Sam once again for a report. Go ahead, Sam.
Jiggy and Jaime, for the Jensen Warriors, at this point, they're already fairly confident that they can work well as a team. And facing Caloocan, it's a matter of them being able to contain shooters, limit their post play, and stop second chance points. While Hamito's departure is a setback, coaches see this as an opportunity for other bigs to step up, such as Evangelista and Pacquiao. Sabi nga ni Coach Boying, both teams share a similar roster structure, being a balance of young guns and veterans, and having their inside presence as an advantage. Kaya naman for them, they consider this as a good matchup, and tonight, it will all boil down to which team can execute their game plan well, gentlemen.
Thank you, Sam. As we see Heruta hit on that short stab. Similar ang composition, sabi nga ni Sam, ng parehong koponan na to. That mix of veterans and young blood. As Paul Sanga, a veteran, hitting on that three-pointer. To up the lead to 2, 14-12. So when you have that dynamic, Chicky, no, na may halong veterano and young blood, more athleticism, it's kind of a good formula, I would say, dahil both these teams atop our standings.
So, veterans would love to have those younger legs with them. Sa mga gantong dikdikan na game, ito yung porsyentuhan na yan. Coaches definitely will rely dun sa veteran leadership ng mga older players. But let's have some real talk here. Some of them might not have those younger legs anymore. So if you have faster, younger legs with you, and yung intelligence mo can rub off, no, or madagdagan yung katalinuhan ng mga batang player, naku, delikadong kombinasyon yan. Masarap na kombinasyon yan.
So Rodriguez will once again try. That time hits back iron. Biton now in the ball game together with Jeff Manday. Sanga finds a lane, loses the handle. Officials say it will stay with Caloocan. It's our first timeout. Will be called by the Caloocan Supremos, up by 2, 14-12 with 4 and 16 remaining here in the first. Tight ball game we're seeing so far, just 2 points separating the Jensen Warriors and the Caloocan Supremos. And you did mention off-air, Chicky, na this is kind of what you expected. A lot on the line, a semi-final seat. So alam mong hindi rin na mahayaan ng either team na makabitaw na maaga yung kabila.
No one's really looking for a KO punch. Siyempre, maaga pa, di ba? Ang nakikita natin dito, counter-punching, no? As Sanga hits another long one there. Counter-punching. And I won't be surprised if this will be the theme of the game. Pero, kung nagkaroon ng opening, kung sino unang kayang bumulwak agad dyan at kumawala, they will take advantage of that.
Cruz off the bench. That's off to the right. Lead at 5 now. Biggest so far para sa Caloocan. Cervantes goes to Manday. Takes a look at Heruta. Back to Real. Shot clock is down to 5. Cervantes against Apreku. Trying to carve out space. Tough shot. But still, Real able to finish. 7 points para kay Cervantes here in the first.
More than the 7 points of Real. I'd like to say, Apreku did an awesome job trying to stay in front. Pero dito nga papasok no? Yung veteran na play ni Real. masyadong malayo, ididikdik kita, I will create space and I will score inside.
Mula ng tres dito sa ating first period, Chicky. Tolentino joining the three-point party. The third three-point conversion para sa Warriors to cut the lead down to 4.
So both teams already hitting more than 2 from Rainbow Land.
Sama, able to find underneath was Gonzalez. Panira na sana ni Paul, no? Very unselfish.
But you like that. You want to activate your other teammates. When Sanga held that ball, halos lahat, pati nasa gallery section, akala titira na niya eh. But he saw an open teammate rather underneath. Tapos si Tolentino naman, good sign, no? Did not give up on that play. Unfortunately, ang kapalit nun was a personal foul.
For Scal Tolentino, one half of our marquee matchup brought to us by Daily Fantasy. So both our marquee matchups dito, Chicky, coming off the bench. Talking about Jeff Manday and Cal Tolentino.
May mga ganong player talaga eh, na minsan ayaw mag-start. Probably, ang hula ko dyan, they want to see how the game is going to flow. And then probably adjust, no? May iba naman, pag hindi mo finishers 5, sira na yung laro agad.
May parte na gusto mo munang basahin anong nangyayari and have that adjustment nga. Bitoon, sometimes a starter for the Supremos coming off the bench once again. Sanga! 3 3-pointers here. All in the first quarter. Lead up to 9 now, 24-15.
You know, there's something about Alonte Sports Center na gustong-gusto ng mga tao dito, no? The rims are really nice.
Akala ko sasabihin mo, gusto mo dito dahil malapit ka, Chicky.
Isa pa yun.
Tolentino finishes off the glass. Badly needed basket para sa Warriors dahil dahan-dahang umaalagwa na itong Supremos.
And you like your leader in scoring in Tolentino, no? To help in that department dahil ngayon si Rodriguez is not on the floor. But looking at that lineup, di ba meron kang dalawang pwedeng tumulong dyan eh. You got the veteran Nico Elorde, you got Cruz. Also, ang flip side lang kasi, may pang-counter sa kabila eh. Oh. You got Bitoon and you got Manday as well. So, while gusto siguro do ng smaller guards to also chip in, nagka-cancel off eh. Kaya nauuwi sa mga 3-4 yung gumagawa ngayon.
So you see Jeff Manday hitting his first point of the ball game. Look at the averages of Jeff Manday. 14.1 points per game. Samama na rin ng 3 rebounds and a couple of dimes. And hindi highlighted dyan kung gaano ka-init and how deadly Jeff Manday is from beyond the arc.
Then take note, he is 55% ng kanyang shooting clip.
Certainly not a player you would want to heat up as Go hitting on the other end. Balik na naman sa pito ang kanilang hinahabol. Manday goes to Biton, touch pass, goes to Gonzalez. Manday will try for 3. It's off. Apreco tracks down the board.
And Apreco has that knack for that basketball. I would say that was a good shot by Jeff Manday. You try to locate your shooters. Hindi na talaga pumasok yung subok niya.
Too strong that attempt was Go. Flores now. Go to Biton. Trapped. Releases it to Flores. Ikot kay Manday. Stepping back. Loses Elorde. Would have been a highlight, but I guess you gotta give credit kay Elorde na kahit naiwan siya momentarily, still tried to recover.
Parang naka-skates, ano? Nico on skates. And I'm sure when he saw that ball didn't go in, sabi ni Nico siguro, ay, hindi ako kasama sa mga memes.
A sigh of relief. Definitely, as Elorde fishes for that foul and is headed to the line for a couple.
Very deliberate, no? Ang ating approach ngayon. Both teams actually shooting quite okay as of this first quarter with Jensen going 53%, 64 naman para sa Caloocan. Ang kanilang 3-point shooting lang for the Jensen Warriors. 7 na ang kanilang namimintes against 3 conversions.
Elorde gets the second to go. 35.1 seconds remaining here in the first. Possible 2 for 1 para sa Caloocan, although a foul away from the basketball.
as a hold will be called against Nico Elorde. Penalty na dito ang Gensan, so not the best foul given up here by Elorde.
So the few times that you would see a heady player like Nico Elorde not realize na sila ay in the brink of penalty na pala.
Arguing nga na maybe mga hawak has been happening from both sides.
Alam mo, isa to sa mga na-cover ko so many times even when he was in the PBA. Very cerebral eh. You know, and I think it runs in their family having a very sporty last name, di ba? Alam naman natin ang DNA ng Elorde. And they really doesn't give up. Yung resiliency ni Nico in spite of his size, always there.
How can you not root for yung mga ganyang klaseng player,
Oo
Chicky?
naman, di ba?
Especially with vertically challenged people like myself. Mga gusto mo talagang nakikita eh. Yung puso ang pinanlalaban. Cruz has 8 to work with. Tolentino takes a peek at the clock. Stolen away or not. Go recovers. Shot too strong by Tiong. Corrals the board. Shot clock is off. Just 5 seconds. Manday pulls up for 3. Off. As the buzzer sounds to signal the end of the first quarter. An action-packed one that was, Chicky. High-scoring ball game that we have so far. 27-20 matatapos ang ating unang yugto.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Supremos up by 7 to begin the second quarter, 27-20 against the Gensan Warriors in this battle for the first seat sa ating semifinals. A great incentive for either team. But in that first quarter, Chicky, anong napansin mo na, yun nga, you mentioned deliberate yung parehong koponan, but Supremos able to establish that early advantage?
Well, one thing's for sure, Jaime, wala tayong fast break points yung first quarter. Yun pa lang, alam mo na both teams are on point in trying to run back on defense and make sure na meron di bang transition defense. But apart from that, glaring also is the difference in outside shooting. Gensan Warriors have attempted 10 times already from 3-point area, converting on 3. Habang sa kabila, 6 lang, no? For the Supremos. But they were able to convert 50% from that area. Reverse naman. Pagdating sa 2-point area, ang Caloocan, mas marami silang attempt sa 2-point area. But if you put all things together, 5 points lang ang separation ng dalawa.
So Dionisio able to get our first bucket dito sa ating second quarter. Bitoon looking to elude Tolentino. Drops it off to Gonzalez. Baseline jumper. Now won't fall as a loose ball foul will be whistled. It appears to be against Flores. Winasiwas si Nico Elorde in that rebound battle.
How many times have I seen that even up in the PBA, Nico not afraid to box out. Tapos, pag diniinan mo siya ng mali, he will make sure that he will be able to sell that.
Sell that indeed. Cruz against Manday. Gonzalez switches on mark. Now Elorde. Shot clock is down to 6. Tolentino will be fouled by Manday.
Alam mo, maganda yung ginagawa dito ng Jensen. They're going immediately to the ball screen because they realize that ang Caloocan they're switching. So looking at the guards, they want bigger guys to switch to the smaller guys. At pag nangyari yan, then that's the point of their attack.
So, kumbaga yung mga skates na inilabas kanina, hindi
Wow.
malabong magpakita na naman dito as Cruz off the screen. Shot too strong. And look at who gets the offensive rebound. Elorde. Back to Cruz. Stepping through. Couldn't finish off the glass. Tapek. Mapupunta kay Bitoon. Has a 3-on-2. Decides to pull up for 3. Still off. Flores though keeps it alive and gets the putback.
I would say that was a good shot. Bito on you. Number one, kailangan mahanap ko yung shooting range ko, di ba? Pangalawa, meron akong rebounding monster in Flores who has the edge in getting that offensive board.
Confidence, no? Na yes, pwede ako magmintis.
Oo.
But I do have a trailer that could secure that rebound. There's another foul. And Elorde and Bitoon. Kung talagang nagkikiskisan sila dito.
Ito na yung buwis buhay game eh. Di ba? I mean, who wouldn't want to have, number one, the incentive of getting a semifinal seat. And then number two, having the luxury of taking a break. Di ba? Before you go back into battle. So, yung mga may injuries, pwede makapagpahinga. Yung mga wala, yung mga may sakit, pwede makarecover.
Marami talagang benepisyo, no? So, talagang hahabulin mo yan if you are in a position to be able to secure that instant semifinal slot. 7 seconds to shoot para sa Supremos. Baitiong. Nose time was winding down. Manlangit. And that will count just in the nick of time.
We've mentioned that so many times. Bigs are allowed to drive in, di ba? Positionless basketball. But Baitiong knew that he had a shooter, a pillar, in JJ Manlangit waiting at the corner.
Lead now up to double digits. Cruz susubukan bumawi. Gets clipped. So Manlangit able to get that three-pointer earlier but giving up that foul against Mark Cruz and the veteran Mark Cruz talagang making sure nasasabit at sasabit itong si Manlangit.
You like this if you're on the side of Jen San. Yes, you're down by 10 points, but at least yung oras hinto. Tapos you're putting on the free throw line your source of points, di ba? Pwedeng source of points in Mark Cruz.
Mark Cruz scoreless so far in this game. Gets his first point. So as a team that's trailing, Cheeky, no? Parang yun yung gusto mo eh. Na nakatigil yung oras and that you are still able to put those points up.
Pampakalma din yan, eh, di ba? An opportunity for you to not waste a timeout, gather yourself, look at your coach, probably get some instructions.
3 free throws pa nga yan. So may extrang oras pa talaga. No? Pwede mong magamit. Although he misses on that second.
Manday, pinaupo muna, no? Not really noisy here in the first half. Played already about over 7 minutes. Pero isa pa lang ang naibubuslo. Or 2 points pa lang rather, coming from the free throw area.
So 2 out of 3 para kay Mark Cruz from the charity stripe to bring the lead down to 8. Another foul whistled here. This time against Heruta. A bit over eager and trying to defend Kasin. 13 foul para sa Jensan.
Alam mo, initial look, no? Even if there's an LRO and Jason straight inside, I would say a little bit lamang ang orange shirts in heft and a little bit on height. Diba? With Flores and Baitiong together with JJ having that advantage.
Kasin from the corner. Knocks down another 3. Make that the 5th three-pointer here in the first half para sa Supremos.
Itong si Baitiong, ginagawa niya, siya ang locator eh. Head on the swivel, looking for their shooters. That was a cross-court pass. Good time. Dahil malayo yung bantay, enough time to unleash a three-point shot.
Take another look at that pass from Baitiong. Sabi mo, that presence of mind to be able to locate those shooters.
May
Pangalawa
close
na
out
yan.
naman eh. May close out. Pero anong magagawa ng long close out kung nakakasa na? Diba? Calibrated na eh. So even if you try to bother the shooter, sukat na.
Rodriguez was hot in that first quarter. One-legged fadeaway. That falls short by Tiong. Looking for a transition bucket. Decides to pull it out. Manlangit goes to Bitoon. Thinking three. Steps through. Kick out once again. Flores this time gets another conversion.
And that's working. That's working. Bitoon saw si Jason Straight mas malaki. Inatake niya yung depensa. Naging magnet for the other white shirts. And then that perfect kick out. Check that out. Everyone's inside, sucked inside. Open three for the Supremos.
6 3-pointers here para sa Supremos here in the first half. At abante na nga sila ng 14, 38-24. Look at our team standings as of today. And pinag-usapan na nga natin, Chicky, both teams standing at 8-1. Winner will punch their ticket into that semifinal slot. So a lot at stake, and the game, the intensity shows it.
Yeah. So, magkakaroon pa ng ano yan ha. Hindi malayo mangyari na magkakaroon ng triple tie for an 8-2. Pangasinan would be one of those. One of the two teams playing right now would also fall to 8-2. Now, yung pangatlong team, it can either be San Juan or Binyan. So, if Binyan wins today sa second game and they win on Tuesday, sila yung pangatlong team na mag-8-2.
Napaka-komplikado, no?
Oo.
For the loser of this matchup, ayaw mo nang gawing, to leave it up to chance na magkaroon pa ng complication. Gusto mo na manalo to be able to buy that ticket nga and yung pahinga na kasama niyan.
Kapatid, how about Flores going back-to-back, diba? Hitting that three and then that jumper. Pinakamalaking lead na to at 16.
Janicio. Hand off straight. Shot clock is down to 4. Finds the cutting cue. This is Stan rather.
Might have tweaked his right ankle.
Better execution there para sa Jensen Warriors. Tan able to catch the defense sleeping.
And some words between Baitiong and Tan, with Tan just looking. You love the Saywar, di ba?
Kasama din talaga, Cheeky. And yun nga, especially with this type of ball game where the winner has talagang magandang incentive.
Oh, yes.
Palencia now in the ball game para sa Supremos. Shadowed by Tan. Nice tap there from Larry Rodriguez. Only 9 seconds nalalabi dito sa Supremos.
So let's see. This time around, Caloocan opting to go with a bigger 5. With Palencia being the small guy. Sa kabila naman, dalawa pa rin ang maliit dyan.
Palencia goes to Manlangit. A second to shoot. Has to put it up. Sayang. He was able to knock down that jumper, but a second too late. As a turnover here against the Supremos.
Now, if you're the white shirts, Jaime, kaka 3-point play lang ni Eloy Tan. You're down by 13. You want to feed off that incursion earlier by Eloy and start this mini run para lang ma-address ito because we're halfway mark of the second quarter.
Sumupira-pirasuhin. Heading into that second half. Rodriguez sizing up by Tiong. Trying to back him down. Kick out. Tan. 2 to shoot. It's a bailout call. Baitiong will be whistled for a personal.
Some coaches would say no switching, di ba? I've seen Caloocan switch and it's working. Dahil pag nag-switch sila at nag-hard show, ang ganda ng lateral na hindi nakakalampas yung Gensan Warriors. And even if it appears that they're moving that ball, it's actually moving the ball just outside. And not really having that open look. But as I mentioned, 4 straight points coming from Tan, coming off the bench, di ba? Bucket and a bonus free throw. Isa pang free throw. If he makes this one, it's gonna be a 5-0 run.
Trying to be that spark plug off the bench para nga dito sa Gensan Warriors. Hits both. To cut the lead down to 11. To 10 rather. Valencia. That's a ball back from Manlangit. Cervantes checking back in para sa Caloocan. Looking for a friend. Gets it inside. Manlangit. TP hit. It's the side of the board. They're looking for a foul. None would be given.
You know, we gotta check that score. Might be 40-29, ano? But we'll see.
Hand off. Acuna for 3. Still can't get that three-pointer going. It is indeed. Sabi ko nga, 11.
Oh,
Nagduda
tama
pa
ka
ako,
eh.
Chiki.
Kaya sabi ko, tama, bilang naman ni Jaime.
Pareho naman tayo nakasalamin. Medyo malinaw pa naman yung ating paningin. Cervantes. Thought about the 3. Gets it inside, but stolen away by Acuna.
Now, I like this defense by Gensan. Better activity on defense. Also on offense, anchored on this gentleman who has scored the last 7 points. Tama ba? Of the Gensan Warriors.
7 points indeed. They could be 8. Faking out real Cervantes. As Casen will be called for that personal. Magandang energy binibigay sa kanila dito ni Elroy Tan. Chiki.
At kung makikita mo, hindi kasi flamboyant yung execution eh. So, I would say 7 under the radar points. Naabangan lang natin dahil nanggaling to sa 40-24. So, 8-0 run led by the limping Eloy Tan.
The Supremos, no choice but to try and stop this 8-0 blast. They're still up by 8, 40-32.
PSL, Chris Bitoon is dominating the league when it comes to steals. And for him, defense is key and it's where everything begins. He considers this season tougher than last year, especially with the top 4 teams battling for the lead. He knows he has to take it one game at a time, but you know, pressure doesn't seem to faze him. In fact, he's proven time and time again that he thrives in these moments. Itong kumpiyansa na to ay galing sa taon na paglalaro at higit sa lahat sa tiwala na binibigay ng coaches sa kanya para i-execute ang kanyang plays. Back to you, Chicky and Jaime.
Thank you, Sam. A great story
good
shared.
report.
No?
Yeah.
Talagang, si Chris Bitoon reached the finals in our first President's Cup last year, playing for the Nueva Ecija team nung ating unang or inaugural season. So imagine, going to the Supremos, pero yung expectation, pagka digdikan na, you could always go to Chris Bitoon.
And also now he's checking back in. Yung kanyang maturity in the game, I've covered him a lot of times, especially during his younger years. And totoo no? As you age, as you grow older, you get more refined, di ba? Yung mga bad habits, unti-unting nawawala. And he can actually dictate what can happen in a particular game.
Dictating what happened in that play was Rodriguez and Acuna. A better, I guess, attempt para dito kay Val dahil hindi pa nga nahuhulog yung kanyang tres. So that layup, just might get him going.
10-0 run. 8 points of those coming from Tan.
Biton for 3. Gets it to go.
And that's how you stop the bleeding.
Sarap ng pakiramdam, Chiki, no? That you can rely on that player. 10-0 run na to.
Oo.
Chris, make things happen.
Not an easy shot, di ba? May nakabantay, merong naka-half show doon, but he still was able to convert on that shot.
Supremos, though, giving up yet another foul. Jogi Laude will be called for that personal. Take another look at that Bito on 3 ball. 7 conversions para sa Supremos. Between our first 2 quarters. Kaso yun nga, on the defensive end, they've been giving up fouls away from the basketball that have resulted to a number of free throws that the Jensen Warriors have been able to convert.
High clip sila talaga at this juncture. Talking about the orange shirts, 57%. And that's 50 from the 2-point area, 70% from the 3-point area.
70%.
Wow.
Maraming percentage of those 3 balls. Although Tolentino missing on both charities. So lead still at 9. Baliktaran tayo dito at 43-34. Kabanag. It's a pick from Manlangit. A bit of miscommunication there between Kabanag and Manlangit.
I knew what he wanted. He wanted JJ to dive because that was a big real estate there. Pero hindi mo rin masisi si JJ Although meron siyang space sa harap niya, the space on his left side, which is the 3-point area, is also huge. So I guess he was hoping na doon ibibigay yung bola.
Biton, bounces ito Matias. Now Cervantes will be clipped. Has to earn it from the stripe. Kaka-report lang ni Sam dito, Chiki, no? Our top steal guy in the PSL President's Cup, Chris Biton, getting yet another one.
Then look at how calm he was. Got that pass from Matias. Wasn't open for that shot. Was able to fake the defender. Tried to feed it off and activate Real Cervantes. Hindi pumasok yun, but they're having fun. No? They're having this nice comeback here. Or rather, answer dun sa 10-3 run na tinakbo ng Jensen.
Sabi mo nga, the Supremos during pre-game, Chiki, coming off their first loss of the season.
Oo.
So, masusubukan din yung kanilang responde dahil dun pa lang nila naranasan, at least in this season.
Actually, we were checking the box scores. You know, they were down by 5 with still a lot of time in that last game, di ba? Pero hindi lang na-overhaul
Lang kinaya as Pangasinan able to steal that one. Tolentino from the corner, that's off. Elorde trying to get that offensive rebound as Biton will be called for, I believe, his second. Another set of free throws para kay Elorde. Manufactured by yung kanyang dikdikan nila nito ni Chris Biton, able to sell it once again.
Alam mo, nagkataon lang na yung mga gwardiya nandun sa right place. But looking at the 3-point shooting of Jensen, they're already at 3 of 13. They're falling in love with outside shot. Probably dahil yun yung binibigay ng depensa. But I saw earlier, Kabanag wasn't closing out short. Talagang hinahabol yung tira ni Tolentino
Elorde will get both. Lead down to 7. Tolentino will take a seat. Liu will check back in. Some pressure here on the backcourt applied by the Jensen Warriors. 1 minute and 35 remaining dito sa ating first half. Biton. The 7 to shoot. Trying to escape Elorde. Step back jumper. That's short. Rodriguez heaves it to Liu. To a cutting Evangelista. Mapapayungan, but still able to find a way.
1 against 3, not lifting that pivot, holding that ball with the chicken wings, and then staying focused in the approach was Evangelista.
Kabanag will miss on the reverse. Warriors have the numbers. Liu attacks the defense of Matias, gets the bucket to go plus the foul.
16. to 2 run. Kanina kala natin 3 yun, di ba? Score is 42-40. I think they changed that. Di yata 3-point shot yung pinakawalan. So 16 to 2 run coming from a 40-24 score. And that was anchored, half of those points, by Eloy Tan.
Kailangan lang talaga may magsimula, Chiki, no?
Oo.
When Eloy Tan hit that personal 8-0 run, doon din nagkaroon ng kumpiyansa yung kanyang mga teammates, and now the starters plug back in. This is just a 2-point advantage para sa Caloocan. Matias goes to Sanga. Another 3 ball and another conversion. Pinana pa ang kanyang bench.
That's what you need. Alam mo, nag-invest ka ng malaki. Lamang kayo ng 16 kanina. Hinabol. You're going into the break. So, magandang sigh of relief yan for Caloocan.
Di makakabawi si Elorde as Cabanag looks up and will find that the shot clock is off. Looking to hold for the last shot. They're up by 6, 46-40. Cabanag pa rin. Goes to Bitoon. Corner 3 ball. Gets another one. 9 out of 12 are the Supremos here in the first half. And after the Jensen Warriors able to cut the lead down to 2, back-to-back 3 balls will up the lead to 9, 49-40.
Cabanag knew where he wanted to go. Cabanag knew kung anong gagawin niya. Umangat, pwede siyang tumira, but he realized last second, open ang kanyang shooter, and Bitoon hit that 3.
Very apt to be our move of the half, and it is a 9-point advantage para sa Supremos, 49-40 against the Warriors.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Hi PSL fans, this is Irben Palencia of Caloocan Supremos. Sali na sa Daily Fantasy and Fantasy Sport ng Pilipinas. Pumili ng top basketball players at mag-build ng sariling dream team sa Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito, sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Join now, playdailyfantasy.com.
Hey, Hoop fans, welcome to the President's Cup Top 10 Plays of the Week. Let's dive straight into the action, starting with number 10.
Supremos. Espinas, na-caught by Cabanag. Manday! Big! Jeff Manday scoreless before that big basket to give Caloocan the lead. 78-75, 30.3 seconds left.
Jeff Curry in the nick of time here for the Supremos.
At number 9.
Pagpag kay Michael Mabulak o si Kenneth Castillo. Castillo's a young guy. He's good, but he's not Mike Mabulak. See it again, deep seal by Mike. Almost a steal, takes it out, the reverse.
Top 8.
2 minutes and 40 to go. The Ant-Man Cruz with a separation. And he drops it to Larry Rodriguez. Larry Rodriguez with 19 points already, 13 rebounds and 4 assists. A double-double performance for Larry Rodriguez.
Making it on 7.
From behind the Pablo Valiant Kings bench, starting. Melencio though says mamaya na kayo mag-celebrate.
Perfect way to silence the crowd or at least stop momentarily.
Sliding into number 6.
Tap from behind. Yapando once again. Slams it home.
Saw that coming from a mile away.
Siyempre kung ganyan yung buhok mo, mas masarap panoorin, Chiki.
Parang pistol beat.
Through at number 5.
Bingoy. Oh! A special delivery from the sky.
That whole time, Jerry Pingoy's head was on a swivel looking for open teammates.
Cracking into the top 4.
What youth can do. Youth? Yeah, youth.
You're talking about youth?
Mark Pingris with a slam. Showing us that youth is not
Podium time at number 3.
materialized for the Wildcats off of a timeout. That's a slam. Punched in by Kaasi.
Like how the Reapers not going around here. They're really going after the Wildcats.
At number 2.
Hopping around, asking for a teammate,
Nice
looking for a
pass.
teammate there. Finds Murillo.
Whoa!
What a move by John
Whoa!
Murillo.
So nice, Albert, like it.
Jesus straight will not force it. Back out to Kyle Tolentino.
And the top play of the week.
And almost got the rebound there. And here comes Poy Poy for a slam!
I think I just saw a man fly.
And that is Poy Poy Aktub's 13th point. Easily his best game.
That's a wrap for our top 10 plays of the week. Stay tuned for more basketball brilliance. And until next time, keep the hoop spirit alive.
Hi PSL fan, this is Jammer Hamito ng Gensan Warriors. Sali na kayo sa Daily Fantasy, ang fantasy sport ng Pilipinas. Pumili ng top basketball player at mag-build ng sariling dream team sa Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Join now and play dailyfantasy.com.
Hawak ko ang laro.
At the half, it's 49-40 in favor of the Caloocan Supremos kontra Gensan Warriors for this first game of our doubleheader. And a matchup where the winner will advance to the instant semifinal slot. Some highlights for you here in the first half. Supremos building an early lead, led by as much as 16 dito. Cheke, naibaba to just 2 nitong Gensan Warriors in the last couple of minutes in that second quarter. Pero biglang alagwa behind a couple of 3-pointers to end the second. Itong Caloocan.
It started with Rodriguez scoring 8 straight points for Gensan. Then after that, nanlamig, di ba? Pumasok na itong 3-point shooting ng Caloocan. Pumasok na yung kanilang mga guardian who can go inside, either shoot or pass, just like what we saw there earlier. And how about the leadership of Chris Bitoon towards the end to stop that run that Eloy Tan started halfway mark of the second quarter?
So look at the numbers nga dito, Chicky. The outside sniping of Caloocan, ridiculous here in the first half. And
Grabe.
Iba talaga yung storya, really showing why they were able to mount this early advantage.
Babadlatin ng konti dyan lang. Direct na mo lang to, 56% Caloocan, and they shot 9 of 12 from Rainbow Land. Take note, 5 player ang perfect dyan sa 3 points. Sanga, Flores, Casin, Manlangit, and Bitoon. Pero ang hindi pa nakakabusto dyan, ironically, is Jeff Manday. So doon tayo nagkakatalo in terms of shooting from the floor. Pero sa free throws, ang dami nang namimintis dito ng Gensan Warriors. So they have to put those easy points in and not just rely on the runs here and there.
Of course, the free throw shooting nga, maagang na penalty itong Caloocan in that second quarter. But as you pointed out, Chicky, hindi sila nakapag-fully take advantage. As we look at the game of Paul Sanga so far, 12 points, courtesy of 4 out of 4 from beyond the arc.
4 out of 4. Sabihin ko na si Flores, 1 out of 1. Casin, 1 out of 1. Manlangit, 1 out of 1. Bitoon, 2 out of 2. So yan ang nagdidikta ng tempo ngayon ng laro natin for Caloocan. But, anong silver lining sa kabila? Pag pumasok yung fresh legs at kayang pasukin ang depensa ng orange shirts, they can mount a run. The problem is, anong gagawin nila when the veterans of Caloocan come in to stop the bleeding? Kinakailangan may pangontra ulit itong Gensan Warriors.
Because that play by Elroy Tan, sabi mo nga, siya yung nagsimula
Yeah.
nung run na yon to be able to get to as close as 2. But those runs, hindi na dinahayaan siguro nitong Caloocan Supremos to allow that opening for the White Shirts.
I always say, Jaime, pivotal third quarter. Jeff Manday giving us a smile and some high fives here.
Ayan, makakashoot na siguro, Chiki. Inapiran mo na eh.
Lako. Baka lalo hindi makashoot.
It would be Palencia to begin the third quarter para sa Supremos. Attacking the defense of Mark Cruz. Drop pass stolen away by Apreku. Heruta drives baseline. Gets trapped. Apreku kicks it out. Cruz for 3. And that's the great start para sa Jensen Warriors. Nanlamig nga sila sa 3 as you pointed out, Chicky. 3 out of 15. Make that 4 out of 16 now with that Cruz conversion.
Prior to that, Mark Cruz was 0 of 3 from Rainbow Land.
Gonzalez. Turnaround. Short. Rebound battle. It will go back to the Jensen Warriors.
So this is how the first quarter started, di ba? Kung saan umusok agad yung Jensen.
It was Warriors nga para I believe had the advantage for the entire first half of the first quarter. As we see Apreku aggressive inside, will get that foul from Manday.
Apreku will not get design plays, di ba? But I love his action inside. He will move without that basketball, try to set up screens, but in doing so, pag kaya nang ilagay yung sarili niya sa good scoring position, his teammates won't deny to give him that ball.
Inside operator din talaga.
Oo.
Para knows how to pick his spots. He has a nose for that basketball. So hindi rin nawawalan ng role yan eh, no? In any team that you plug Apreku in.
Kasi ang bentahe niya yung depensa.
Kanyang calling card, ika nga. Cervantes still can't hit from long range. One of the other players that has yet to hit a three-pointer. Oh, out of 2 from three-point land. Lead at 5, 49 to 44. Almost a minute and a half gone by dito sa ating third period. Rodriguez. Now Apreku. Heruta with 8 to shoot. Tolentino with a pull-up. Uses the glass.
That's athletic
Planado.
ability. Athletic ability. It was too tight. Masyadong masikip sa loob. Ano? Kita mo yung depensa ng Caloocan. Sinisikipan talaga. But Tolentino, the great scorer that he is, found a way to put that ball in.
7 now for Kyle. Cervantes. Goes to Manday. Has 3 to shoot. Nice pass to an open Gonzalez for a baseline J.
You see your guard go in. Importante dyan, magre-release ka ng konti para meron siyang space to do that drop pass. And that's what Manday did.
Lead back up to 5. Heruta. Hand off. Cruz. Straight away 3. Won't fall, but a loose ball foul will be called against Gonzalez, trying to contain Apreku off the glass.
I saw Mark Cruz very upset at himself because I thought that was going in. Di ba, from our angle?
Oh, but it's a loose ball foul against the Warriors, rather. So it was against Apreku. Initially, at least I thought, Apreku was able to fish for that foul. Pero babalik dito sa Caloocan ng bola. Still has a 5-point advantage. Cervantes. Trying to challenge Tolentino. That's a bump. Carving his way inside. And took too long para kay Real. At matatawagan siya dito ng 3-second violation.
If you check out that last sequence, Cervantes lang yung gumagalaw. All the other 4 players were just outside the 3-point area waiting for a kick out. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Diba? Good defense of the white shirts.
Sabi mo nga, parang that they rely on that type of system so far in this game. As we see Sanga, a bit overzealous in that closeout against Cruz.
Parang nag-lock in na yung, yung sight nitong si Mark Cruz. He gets the ball. He knows what to do. He will attack it. Now, it was a good screen. Saw an opening. Even if si Paul is taller by what? How many inches? Nauna na si Mark to go up. And it was clipped in the process.
Talino rin talaga. The
Oo.
likes of Mark Cruz. You know, ma-out possession ka lang talaga. He will draw that contact.
And he has that mastery of the backboard. Diba? Kayang floater, mataas na jump shot, let it kiss off the glass. He can do that.
It's both. Cutting down the lead to 4 now. Manday. Trying to release Sang off this elevator, but hawak. Ang itatawag dito against Jensan.
Yung elevator na yan, minsan nagsasara agad yung pinto eh. Kaya
Kailangan namin mo. Down, down.
sumisikip eh.
Manday once more. Getting the pick from Real. Step back for 3. And gets his first conversion. Sabi ko sa'yo, Chiki, yung appear mo yun eh.
No. I thought he had an access already to the lane, di ba? Kasi medyo napasaya ng konti si Heruta. Hindi na mo, off balance na eh. But he opted to go for that step back. Sometimes, ito yung sabi ng coach, no. Yes. It goes in.
Balik na naman sa 6. Kalamangan dito na Supremos. Rodriguez goes to Kyle. Long jumper, malakas. Palencia tracks down the rebound. Siya na rin magtatakbo. Goes to the corner. Open for 3. Manday. Patay. Back-to-back threes para kay Jeff Manday. All out 2 dito sa ating first half.
Presence of mind. Ni Irvin, sorry partner. He was looking for that shot. Head on the swivel. Saw his shooter. Hit one earlier. Why not? Locate him again.
Why not? Indeed. Jeff Manday. Couple of threes. Balik na naman sa Siyam. Ang lamang dito ng Supremos. 57-48.
PSL, normal sa basketball ang magmintis pero sa depensa dapat 100% tayo. This is what Real Cervantes told his teammates pagkatapos kausapin ni Coach Toto ang kanyang team. For the coaches of Caloocan Supremos, maganda na daw simula nila in the first quarter on the offensive end, and he even assured his players na tiwala siya sa shooting ng mga to, kaya basta open, shoot your shot. Ang naging problema ay medyo nag-relax daw sila sa defense come the second quarter, kaya nakahabol itong Jensan. Tingnan natin kung anong epekto nitong reassuring words coming from their coach, gentlemen.
Thank you, Sam. And defense was the key in that previous possession, leading to yet another three-pointer para sa Supremos. Make that 12 out of 16 now in this game.
Now, coming off that report ni Sam, napakaganda nung nakuha niya, nasagap na doon. No? Sabi no, ni Real, sa opensa, okay lang pag hindi mo siya mo-shoot eh. Pero yun yung if translated, walang mala sa depensa. And it's what's paving the way for the Supremos to have shots, open shots from the outside, because after that block, Irvin gets it, locates Manday, then after that, locates Sanga in the corner. Look at that sequence. From a defensive stop to a completed stop because of an incursion from the three-point area.
Tuloy pa rin ang init dito ng Supremos from beyond the arc, as Heruta was fouled in that earlier play. Knocks down the first.
12 of 16, ano? 75% from Rainbow Land. Now, looking at Jensen Warriors, they're down by 11. Ang dami pa dito. 5:03 remaining here, Jaime. They can still overhaul this one.
They have shown that they could get this lead down. Nababangan nila to as low as 2 in the first half. And it was just a 3-point game a couple of minutes earlier. Actually, yung outside shooting nga talaga dito ng Supremos. Still waxing hot.
What we pointed out in the first half, because of that shooting from the 3-point area, nagpapatuloy dito sa third quarter.
Palencia gets the ball stolen by Junicio. Heruta, no look. Acuna, another bucket.
You want that Val hasn't hit the 3, di ba? Dito sa larong ito. So in spite of that, you want Acuna to get into his groove.
Kita mo nga siya dito, no? Parang he's kind of looking. Parang nangangati siya to get that offense going. Manday. One open Sanga. His first miss from beyond the arc. Gonzalez trying to get that ball once again, but it will go back to the Jensen Warriors.
Never put that ball down because people like Palencia, Bitoon, Elorde, Liu, sino pa ba? Mark Cruz. Yan ang gusto nila, low-hanging fruit.
Talagang hindi mo pwedeng ipakita.
Wala. Hahablutin yan. And earlier, Palencia was about almost got a steal there.
Liu, one of the players you just mentioned, back in the ball game para sa Jensen. As a traveling violation would be called against Evangelista. But dancing to the wrong tune.
May pasa di ba? May pasa sa loob. But yung tibay ng interior defense ng Caloocan, it's what's helping them make those stops.
Manday once again. Outside to Bitoon. Pull up. Rattles out. Gonzalez trying to keep it alive once again. Pero babalik na naman sa Jensen ang bola.
I think the White Shirts are looking for somebody who could spark something here. Kasi right now, kahit sinong ipasok sa kabila, sa Caloocan, feeds off dun sa energy ng pinalitan niya. So here, the White Shirts might be Lorde, might be Acuna, let's see. Might be Liu.
Great find there coming from Junicio. Lead down to 7. So parang they're looking for what Elroy Tan was able to bring off the bench during that first half. Bitoon goes to Manday. Eye to eye with Elorde. Asking for a clear out. Shot clock is down to 4. Manday pa rin. Step back once again. Off to the left. Sanga secures another opportunity.
Ball tracking. Sino ginawa ni Sanga doon?
5 to shoot. Flores naman ang susubok. That's off to the left naman. So medyo nanlalamig dito ang Supremos from the 3-point arc.
Law of averages, after hitting 4 in a row.
Junicio, kick out. Liu from the corner. Gets another bucket. So Joel Liu trying to be that spark plug similar to Elroy Tan in that first half. Baba na naman sa 4. Ang lamang dito ng Supremos with 2:16 remaining here in the third. Take another look at that pass by Junicio. Finding Liu.
Tapos always a fan of that pillar. Tignan mo yun, Liu waiting on that corner. Alam ni Junicio, I have a shooter in that area.
60-56. Supremos still up by 4. Jermer Cabanag and the rest of the Caloocan Supremos still up by 4 here, 60-56. But meanwhile, we have an in-game trivia brought to us by Daily Fantasy. Sa ating current standings ngayong season, pang-ilan ang Caloocan Supremos sa pwesto?
Bilanggit na namin yan, Oh. Guess.
Bigyan natin sila ng clue. Just giving the implication of this matchup nga ulit, Cheeky, for the viewers who just tuned in. The winner of this matchup will punch the first ticket sa ating semifinals. So a lot on the line. And the Supremos so far still holding on to that advantage. Napababa na several times itong Gensan, but they haven't broken through just yet. Biton, outside snipe. Sabi ko nanlamig na, Cheeky.
But that's how you stop something that's being orchestrated by Jonicio and Liu. Di ba nagharap tayo ng energy people kanina from the white shirts? I saw that coming. I saw that coming from yung kiss-kissan sa loob. But going back, Jonicio and Liu tried to spark something. Di ba? Kaya nga naibaba ng apat yung abante. Who do you go to? Punta ka sa veterano. Punta ka kay Bitoon. O di tapos agad yung sunog.
That was the similar formula in that first half, Cheeky. Saktong-sakto nga yung report ni Sam that Chris Biton is the old reliable every time he is that point guard para sa kanyang mga koponan. That timely three-pointer to weather the storm as we see Nico Elorde getting both free throws once again. To put the lead down to 6. 6 points so far para kay Nico.
I'm looking at the bench, Jaime of Gensan. Sorry, nabanggit ko lang ito. Makes me wonder. 136. We haven't seen Tolentino. Kasi parang di pa kailangan kahit down by 6. Itong unit ngayon ng Gensan, they are what I would call surviving and keeping afloat. You like this, di ba? Obviously, from the tip-off, ang may kalamangan, Caloocan. But you're going to the fourth quarter, you're within shouting distance, 10 minutes, a lot of time to grind things out.
Speaking of grind out, Baitiong able to grind his way inside. Gets the first free throw to go. Makes the second as well, showing us the touch. 8-point lead now for Caloocan, 65-57. Lorde calls it out, pulls up for 3. But knock it down. Tapik, mapupunta kay Liu. Acuna asking for it. Still can get that three-pointer to go. Jonicio keeps it alive. Liu, siya naman ang susubok. Malakas. Three-pointers. Escaping para dito sa Gensan Warriors. Bitoon attacking the lane. That's the foul from Liu and will have to earn it from the line.
By my count, they're already 5 of 23. Ang Gensan Warriors from Rainbow Land. And still, they're only down by 8. Pero yun talaga Yun yung kumakagat sa kanila ngayon
You did mention na parang ito rin talaga yung binibigay nitong Caloocan para sa kanila. That you would try at least to hit from outside. Pero yun nga, only 5 conversions so far. So it has been working for the Supremos.
May respeto nahabol si Acuna. Pero yung close out, kung napapansin mo, hindi masyadong mahaba na because they've been missing.
So until na you prove that you are able to hit consecutive three-pointers, that may be when you close out long.
This was already down to 4 at 56, sorry.
Na naman nga sa Sham. Liu once again. That Hesse. And will get the roll. Joel Liu. Siya bumubuhay dito para sa Gensan here in the third.
Bright spot. Siya, Jonicio, and the steady distribution of Nico Elorde. But ito, Jaime, individual skill, di ba? You'd like to involve others. Pero at this point in time, you take what's being given to you.
And completes the three-point play. Joel Liu already has 12, the first player in double digits para sa Gensan Warriors. As we see straight, back in the ball game para sa Gensan. No Cal Tolentino just yet, as you pointed out.
Wala nga
Pero even if wala nga si Kyle, nandun Gensan is not really allowing na makaalagwa ng tuluyan itong Caloocan.
7 lang ito.
Baitiong spins baseline outside to an open Bitoon. Gets another three-pointer. 4 threes for Chris Bitoon and make that three-pointer number 14 para sa Supremos.
You could see it in Baitiong's eyes. Waiting for the double. He was ready for that kick out.
6 seconds remaining. ALONTE finds a way inside, but a sorry miss. Only 1.7 seconds remaining dito sa ating third quarter. Cabanag will throw it to Casin. Would count if it goes.
That was a good attempt. It was a clear attempt.
After the Jensen Warriors na ibaba to as low as 4 nga, Chicky. 3-pointers still falling para dito sa Caloocan Supremos. 14 out of 21. The last, courtesy of Chris Bitoon. Abante pa rin ng double digits ng Supremos. 70-60 at the end of 3.
Hello mga ka-PSL, nandito tayo ngayon sa Binyan ALONTE Sports Arena para sa ating in-game trivia brought to us by Daily Fantasy. At ngayon kasama natin si Kuya Bikoy. Kuya Bikoy, meron ka bang gustong batiin or shout out?
Shout out sa Sunday Club at kay Doc Francis at si AA.
Ready ka na ba para sa ating in-game trivia?
Game!
Okay, ito ang question natin. Sa current standing ngayon sa season, pang-ilan ang Caloocan Supremos sa pwesto?
Number 1!
Number 1, sure ka na ba sa sagot mo?
Sure na!
At dahil dyan, congratulations, nanalo ka ng special loot bag brought to you by Daily Fantasy. At sa atin dyan mga manonood, ano pang hinihintay natin? Join us at playdailyfantasy.com. Dahil dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Maraming salamat po.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Fourth and final quarter coming up in this matchup between the Caloocan Supremos and the Jensen Warriors. Jaime Mendijar, pa rin, Chicky Reyes alongside Sam Santos. Bring your reaction mula dito sa ALONTE Sports Arena in Binyan. Tight ball game we have so far. It's a double-digit lead para sa Supremos, Chicky, but Warriors one run away, I think, from breaking through. Hindi lang nila maituloy kahit nabababa nila several times.
Story of the game. 3-point shooting ng Caloocan, 14 of 22 at 63%. For Jensen, it's 5 of 23. Oh, ano nangyari dito? But si Liu is very upset at our referee. Oh, and I think he might be thrown out of the game. My apologies for that. I was looking at our stat sheet here when things happened, but Liu is obviously very upset. And maybe you could see what happened in that last sequence.
Kitang-kita mo nga yung reaction dito ni Joel Liu.
And even Coach Elvis visibly very upset.
And if it indeed na mawala na nga si Joel Liu, that's gonna be a huge loss para dito sa Jensen Warriors.
Nangyari yun sa fast break and then there's a whistle.
Joel Liu still waiting on a decision. The coaching staff nga nitong Jensen trying to make their case. It appears that it's not only Joel Liu. Oh, we see the Jensen Warriors walking away now, Chicky. Heading to the dugout.
Wow. Here we go. So,
so we hear 3 technical fouls here, Chicky. a couple on Joey Liu for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Really good if you're beside the technical committee, but what I heard, and from their discussion, it all stemmed, nanggaling lahat siya nung na-off balance or natulak, whichever was what happened in that corner kay Joey Liu. No? Hindi natin masyadong makita was he said he was allegedly pushed according to referees. He lost balance. But after that, yun yung dalawang technical na, ayan, no, dyan nag-umpisa lahat yan eh. And then, after that fast break, which happened off-screen, yun yung altercation with the official. Kaya nagkaroon ng dalawang technical foul because after that, he was still discussing with the referee. The third one, I believe, came from the bench of Jensen Warriors.
And as we sort things out, we'll take a short break. Magbabalik po ang inyong Pilipinas Super League. So it's 70-60. Still in favor of the Caloocan Supremos to begin our fourth quarter. 9:38 left to play with. So prior that break, 3 technical fouls was called against the Jensen Warriors. A couple against Joey Liu. So he is no longer available para sa Jensen Warriors for the remainder of this ball game. And another technical foul ang naitawag against the bench of the Jensen Warriors for improper bench decorum.
Heard our referees, again, for those who missed it, dalawang technical na bigay kay Joey Liu for yung kanyang interaction with our official. Siguro may mga nasabing hindi magandang salita or baka kasama na rin yung pointing and accusing finger and all that. For the bench, it was improper bench decorum. I just overheard from our officials, some words were thrown, behavior also, kasi parang inaayos sila to tell our game announcer what the announcement will be with regard to the infractions.
Jensen Warriors bit losing their composure, I would say, dito, Chicky. And not that time, dahil mahaba pa to. And just a 12-point lead as Cabanag hits on 2 out of 3 technical free throws.
Now, kung ikaw ang Caloocan, huwag kang masyadong katuwa dito. Sapagkat pwedeng maging mitya ito for Jensen to use it as a main driver to come back.
Pwedeng dito manggaling. Ito on. Off on that attempt. Apreku. Track down that long rebound. It's now straight. Calling it out para sa Warriors. Goes to Junicio. Siyang susubok from outside. That three-pointer still won't fall for the Warriors. Junicio thought about the 3. Goes to Evangelista. Now straight against Casin. Shot clock is down to 4. Evangelista. He has to put it up. Shot too strong. Apreku trying to secure that offensive rebound, but it will go back Caloocan's way.
I mean, trying to be fair dun sa execution ng Jensen, I know Evangelista can put that ball in the hoop. I know Jason Strait can put that ball in the hoop. But they were passing to each other under duress in an area that I think they're not too comfortable with.
Casin hit one in the first half. That one hits back iron. It's going cold are both these teams to begin our fourth canto. Still a dozen. Hinahabol dito ng Jensen. Tolentino back in the ball game to begin this fourth and picking up where he left off in that first half. Didn't play for the entirety of our third. And ito na nga, kailangan nilang uminit itong si Kyle.
Big three by Kyle. You got a utility person in Apreco. You got a utility guy in Jason Strait. You got a utility guy in Evangelista. And they get another steal.
Courtesy of Tolentino. Apreco ahead of the pack. It's the feed from Junicio. And a 5-0 blast here para sa Gensan Warriors. Lead is down once again to just 5, 72-65 with 8:03 left on the clock. (72-65), lead down to 7 para sa Caloocan Supremos with 8:03 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Supremos kind of sensing dito, Chicky, na sabi mo nga, pwedeng naging meet siya. Yung nangyari nga in the begin the fourth quarter with those 3 technical fouls called against them.
5-0 run. A 3 by Kyle, a bucket by Apreco. Pero yung baka hindi napansin ng viewers natin, in that sequence, Apreco was able to get 3 rebounds. Diba? So enough to start this mini run. And even if na-thrown out na si Joel, kita mo may momentum shift bigla sa white shirts.
But Manday will take that momentum away for his third three-pointer of the ball game. 15 in total for the Supremos.
Now, yon ang mahirap kontrahin if he gets going.
Tolentino couldn't answer. Bitoon gets that rebound away from Strait. Back to a double-digit lead now. 10, 75-65. Trying to slow things down are the Supremos. Sanga from the corner. Isa pa, Chicky. 16 three-pointers for Caloocan.
You can't do that close out if you're Evangelista. Masyadong hilaw. Even if that was one pass away, Paul, Sanga nakakasana getting that pass from Jeff Manday.
Sanga with a total of 18 behind 6 3-point conversions. I think isa lang yung minintis nito ni Paul in this ball game.
You like that foul of Matias? Hard show. Dahil ayaw mong mag-init itong si Tolentino. Earlier, again, that closeout has to be longer if you're guarding a Paul Sanga who's been shooting well in this game.
That time, the closeout not enough. Sabi mo nga, alam nila that Cal Tolentino is someone that we need to contain, but that's just really how good Cal Tolentino is.
He has turned that switch on.
Go to the block by Tiong. Muscling his way through for 2.
Undoubtedly, heavier, heftier, bigger than Evangelista.
Back up to 8 dozen is the lead of Caloocan, and to make matters worse, Strait dribbles it off his leg. (80-68) with 6:23 left to play with. So Gensan with these mini runs, Chicky, no? Pero hindi nila magawang like one big nakabit-kabit.
Kasi may panagot May panagot palagi. And sometimes may kasabihan, when in doubt, you go to your best player, to your high percentage player, Chris Biton.
They've done that several times in that instance. Getting that layup to up the lead to 14. Tolentino goes to Apreco. Drops it off Junicio. Excellent passing for the Warriors, leading to that back bucket para kay Go.
Still a lot of time here, Jaime. 5:44. But if you're Gensan, you have to mount that rally now, di ba? Probably 2-3 straight stops. Give up a basket after that, 2-3 straight stops. Then you're back in the game.
Manday dancing with Tolentino. Goes to Sanga from way downtown. Gets another one. Paul Sanga on fire.
No, he's relaxed. He is relaxed. He's just shooting at will. Rhythm is his key.
Bitoon, able to strip Tolentino. Sanga, this time aggressive to the hoop, fouled by Go. Chance to get some points na hindi three-pointer naman, Chiki.
If we take a look at that last attempt by Sanga, direct kahit na hindi pumasok, kung kahit mamaya, if you could show that, what I'd like to point out there was he could have gone straight for an open layup. Pero titira mo, ipinasok niya sa loob because he knew that if he went for a layup at sabayan siya, chances are baka mag-collision in mid-air, bumagsak, ma-injure. He'd rather go to the free throw line and convert. And he made the first and including the second. So, 2 points nonetheless.
20.
Hindi ka pa nasaktan.
Hindi ka pa nasaktan. But the Jensen Warriors ang nasasaktan dito,
Yun.
Chiki, sa ginagawa ni Paul on the scoreboard. The biggest lead now for the Supremos, led by as much as 16 in the first half. 17 na. Hinahabol dito ng Jensen. Tolentino, way off on that floater. So time no longer on the side of the Jensen Warriors. The Supremos in prime possession to punch that first semifinal seat as Manday and Baitiong both apologizing. Anong napakabait ng dalawang players na to, Chiki? Hindi ako yung nagkamali.
I think what Baitiong wanted to tell Jeff was, I know that you were looking for me for that dive. Problema lang, hindi agad tumingin si Baitiong eh.
Dionisio outside snipe. No go. 3-pointers para sa Jensen. 7 out of 28. 25% clip. Samantalang sa kabila, 17 out of 27 at 62%. Dagdagan mo pa ng isa, Chiki.
Oh my goodness. They woke up on the right side of the bed.
Chris Bitoon already has 20 of his own. But Sanga leads all scorers with 23. Bitoon, the Steel King dito sa ating PSL. Adds more to his tally. Sanga wide open. Follow through. It's the Paul Sanga show dito sa Alonte Sports Arena.
And they just couldn't make any mistakes. You know?
23 points now, Chiki.
They're looking for that first seat in the semifinals.
Finally, a three-pointer falling para dito sa Jensen Warriors, courtesy of Jim Lee Lantaya. Bitoon looking for Baitiong. Gets another bucket underneath. Back to a 22-point lead as Chris Bitoon will give up that foul. As the Supremos sensing victory. And what a bounce back after losing that close battle against the Pangasinan Abono Reapers. Could have been an immaculate elimination round para sa kanila. But this is the type of response that you're looking for a champion team.
Coaches will always say sometimes or more often than not, a setback is good because it sets you up for a comeback. Diba? Sigh of relief yun eh. Pinakakuha ka ng isang marka doon sa record mo. Some coaches would like that, na matalo ka na habang maaga kaysa matalo ka sa dulo. And I think that allowed the Supremos to say, o nga no, medyo tayo reality check, balik tayo, saan ba tayo mahusay, saan tayo magaling, controlled basketball, locating our shooters. I saw Real Cervantes earlier, fired up. So alam mo na, without Gabi Espinas here, di ba? Without Jun Bonsubre here, guys had to step up. Di pa nga si Joko, hindi nga masyadong nagamit pa. But these gentlemen don't mind. They want to get that first seat of the semis. And I think with 2:22 to go, they have secured that spot.
And the outside shooting, you really just have to praise it dito, Chiki. The shooters came ready. Yun nga yung frontline nila manipis. Yung mga players na binanggit mo nga, Chiki, not available in this particular contest. So, kailangan talagang gumana nung tira na yan sa labas.
And that's a perfect example of all hands on deck. No? Sa kabila, depleted lineup. Diba? Tapos nawala pa si Joel Liu. Unfortunately, getting 2 technical fouls. But people like that who try to spark things up. Tolentino, who tried to put up a fight after that lull in the game. The rebounding of Apreku, di ba? it provided them some spark. Silver lining, 8-2. Ang Jensen have a perfect shot to get number 2. Depending sa laro mamaya at sa mga laro sa Tuesday.
Nevertheless, yun nga, this Jensen still has a good position sa ating team standings, as you pointed out. If they are to finish the season either 3 or even 4, magandang position pa rin yan heading into our next round.
Kasi twice to beat eh. Di ba ang 3, 4, 5, and 6?
Still an incentive in itself. As we only have a minute and 28 left to play with. Preku still working hard. Lead sila at 25. Already at the century mark are the Supremos. Imagine 60 points of Caloocan, Chiki, courtesy of 3-pointers. And Jensen has 75 points.
When it rains, it pours, my friend. Started by Paul Sanga's 4-4-4. Remember, at the half, 5 players were perfect from the 3-point area. And they finished the first half 9 of 12, which ironically, yung 3 mintes, 2 doon kay Jeff Manday pa. Pero pagdating ng third quarter and fourth, lalong uminit yata itong mga ito.
Hindi na pasama pa, Chiki, no? Parang kinoproblema mo na nga yung shooting ng ibang mga players, sumama pa.
Yes.
Itong si Jeff Manday. Straight couldn't join the 3-point party. A Preku, specialty of the house. So, you're just trying to get some building blocks, no? Para dito sa Jensen Warriors. Heading into the next round, this would be their last game of the elimination campaign. But, sabi mo nga, 8-2. Nothing to scoff at if ikaw makakaharap itong Jensen in the playoffs.
Going back lang sa 3-point shooting nung Caloocan, no? We told our viewers 9 of 12 sila in the first half. In the second half, they were 8 of 18. Okay? To complete a 20 out of 30, 66%. That 8 of 18, ang kalaban nila 8 of 33. So 8 of 18 sila in the second half. Jensen is 8 of 33 in the entirety of the game. So, daming tapon din, di ba? But the good thing for Jensen, they were able to go to the free throw line 23 times. But they were only able to convert 15. So, things that can still be fine-tuned.
That's Caloocan is trying to dribble out the clock. This is Torrado. Just 5 seconds left. Team shaking hands. Nice to see after that moment to begin the fourth quarter. Dito, Chiki.
Big thing at stake. I mean, Jaime, gusto mo may pahinga, gusto mo may edge, gusto mo may recovery. 8-1 parehas nagkita dito sa larong ito. Pero isa lang ang uuwi na nakuha ang isang upuan sa semifinals.
Take a look at our play of the game. This key bucket by Chris Bitoon. Time and time again, whenever Jensen Warriors will go on those mini runs, they handed the ball to Chris Bitoon and positive things happen for the Supremos.
Now, a lot of players nag-shine naman di ba? Paul Sanga definitely showed bright here in this game. Pero yung pag-call out natin for Chris Bitoon, it's the timely na incursion niya, pagpasok niya at pag-stop sa ginagawang runs. Many runs, in fact, di ba? By the Jensen Warriors.
Ours Bitoon will finish with 20. Samahan mo na rin ng 8 assists. Really that court general na inaasahan dito ng Caloocan Supremos. Those timely baskets whenever the Jensen Warriors will threaten to inch closer, as the Supremos will be the first team to punch their ticket into our semi-final, securing that #1 seed dito sa ating elimination round. And Chris Bitoon nga ang kasama ni Sam Santos as our best player of the ball game.
Yes, I am with our best player of the game, Mr. Tops. Mr. Top steals himself, Chris Bitoon, finishing with 20 points, 8 assists, and 6 steals. Chris, kanina during the halftime, sinabi ni Coach Toto na grabe yung tiwala niya sa inyo pagdating sa shooting. Gaano kalaking bagay yung ganitong assurance coming from your coach?
Siyempre, malaking bagay para sa amin yun yung tiwala ng coaches namin. Nakikita niya yung hard work namin. yung ginagawa namin sa practice. So yun, nakakatulong din talaga. Malaking bagay din talaga yung extra shooting sa practice. And then yun, nako-convert lang din namin sa game.
First team kayo assured of a spot in the semifinals. Paano nyo mabibuild itong momentum na to for the semifinals?
Siguro hindi muna namin iisipin yun. Talagang paghahandaan din namin yung bawat opponent namin. Pero syempre, malaking bagay yung nasa number 1 kami, twice to beat. Di ba? So yun, talagang thank you, Lord.
Marami ang nanonood sa'yo right now. Ba't pasalamatan mo naman sila?
Siyempre, first of all, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord God na walang na-injury sa amin. Siyempre, pinapasalamatan ko yung mga boss namin na walang sawang sumusuporta. Congressman Oka Malapitan, Mayor Along Malapitan, Consi Enting Malapitan, Boss Felix, Boss Dennis, Boss Epay, Boss Dennis Abella, Stay Cool Clothing, Yan Coolers, Pocari Sweet, and happy birthday sa anak ni Boss Mac. Happy birthday, Boss Madison Day. And syempre, pinapasalamatan ko yung family ko na lagi nakasuporta sa akin. Yung wife ko, yung mga anak ko, si Princess, si Kyrie, si Adam, and yung kuya ko, and asawa niya, and yung family ng wife ko. Yun lang. Thank you. Tsaka nagpapabati si Kuya Pamboy.
Thank you and congratulations ulit. Once again, our best player of the game is Chris Bitoon. Back to you, Chicky and Jaime.
Thank you once again, Sam. And yun nga, the Supremos, reigning supreme in our first game ngayong araw. Outside shooting. It was a masterclass, I would say.
And Chris said it perfectly. Tiwala sa kanila, kaya nandito sila and they need that advantage to have extra rest before going to the semis.
And that will be a wrap for our first game of a double header. Diyan lamang po kayo. The hometown team of Binyan Tatakgel will go up against the San Juan Kings. Playoff implications as well in this particular matchup. Magbabalik po ang inyong Pilipinas Super League dito. Pinoy ang bida.